Hello Star Citizens, Buzzkiller here, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, I'm taking a look at the Aegis Saber Raven. Now this is not a new ship to Alpha 3.2, but it is the first time I've gotten a chance to get my hands on this ship. This is a very exclusive ship. It's only available if you buy an Optane drive from Intel. It's part of CIG's partnership with Intel. And there's no other way to get this very unique ship in game, which is kind of a shame if you ask me. But that's not why we're here. Let's talk about the ship itself. Now, taking a look, it is very similar aesthetically to the original Saber, but it is very much a departure from the original design. So much so, I'm surprised they even call this a variant. It's almost a completely different ship. Aside from the front end cockpit, the rest of it looks almost completely different. It's a stealth ship. It's an EMP ship. Instead of having 4 size 3 hard points, it only has 2 on the wings. And the other 2 are replaced by 2 EMP generators, which are designed to disable ships. It's still a stealth ship, so I guess the object is to sneak behind enemy lines and try to disable vessels and allow your teammates to take them out. Because while the size 3 weapons are decent, it's not much compared to the more dedicated fighters out there. Speaking of the weapons, these weapons are different from the original ship. These are not the repeaters that are normally on it. These are actually Kruger, I think they're called Quarreler laser cannons. Quarreler. It's really hard to say, but they're definitely a slow firing laser cannon. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the skinning of the ship is pretty much the same as the Saber. You really can't tell from this angle the major differences. So let's go ahead and check out some of the animations. We'll open up the ladder. Very similar to the original Saber there. And then we'll open the pilot canopy. And that's a little bit different. It opens forward instead of reverse, like the normal Saber. Okay, let's jump in. And we'll take a look around the cockpit. So again, very similar to the original Saber here. Similar setup, but it looks like you might have a little bit better forward and downward view than the original Saber. It's a very cramped cockpit, HOTAS style. Really cool stick there. But yeah, pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and take off, get off the pad here, and I'll take a look around the exterior from a third-person view. Okay, so here from the top view, you can really see the differences between the original and the Raven. You can see these huge voids, very much thicker, more Delta-style wings, with a very similar trailing angle as the leading angle. So it's almost a triangle or diamond shape. The engines are totally different, complete departure from the original. There on the bottom, you can see the doors where the 2 EMP generators are located. Let's go ahead and raise the landing gear. Landing gear is very similar to the Saber as well. Yeah, it's a really cool looking ship. Not a whole lot in the way of animations. I think the only animations on this ship are the gimbaled thrusters. Yeah, very basic animations, but still really cool looking. Okay, let's take a look at some of the performance characteristics. So top speed in SCM is 275. It's got a nice high turning rate. I mean, for rotational rate. Let's come to a complete stop, and it's pretty quick. Not the fastest out there, but it's got some pretty good translational abilities. While flying forward, the actual turn rate, direction change rate, is again respectable. It's a very nimble ship. Not as nimble as, say, a racer, but for a heavier fighter, it's not bad. Actually, it's really good. So those two main laser cannons, very slow firing, probably pack a good punch. I haven't really tested them. But yeah, that's the Saber Raven. I guess I could go ahead and fire off the EMP generators. Let's go to an external view because it's much cooler. There it goes. We're starting the charge. Get a full charge here. You can fire it before the charge is full. There it goes. Pretty cool. I can see the power was affected on our ship, but it wasn't affected major. It took a big chunk out of the shields, that's for sure. But, I mean, I'd have to test it in combat and see if it's actually a viable combat solution, but I don't know. Anyway, this is the Saber Raven. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Very short, very little to cover on the ship. But, yeah, pretty cool ship. It's just too bad you can't get it anywhere else besides from Intel. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you in the verse.